my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria.
Whatever issues we have with ourselves individually.
Well, it appears some leaders of the PDP may have different views to the zoning arrangement. Well, let me allow you to listen to the governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, on this matter. Take a listen to him.
University for thinking will have enough professors and doctors.
So I'm giving you this analysis so that together as leaders of our party who are working towards winning election, not zoning, not winning ticket. Yes, you can share ticket because you can tear it and everybody will take his piece and go to his zone. But you must plan to win election. That is the reality of it. It's not anybody's making. I didn't make myself to come from Sokoto, a Fulani man. No, it's God. God could have decided for me to be born somewhere else, not even in Nigeria. So we must accept these realities as a party and work with these realities to win election. After winning, we come down and say, okay, let's share this stuff. Let's share power. Win election first. Don't win zoning, win election, and then we come and share power. Because the president and the vice president cannot come from the same zone. They cannot even come from the same region. Am I right? Yes. In fact, they can hardly be of the same faith. If you have president and vice president, Muslim, dead on arrival in the current Nigerian situation. If you have president and vice president, Christian, dead on arrival. So you must balance the ticket. And we'll sit down and look at, okay, Senate President, this. We cannot do what APC has done, especially this second term. Because we believe in this country, we know this country, we understand the dynamics and complexities of Nigerian nation. Otherwise, how else would you look at the lineup in a federal government like Nigeria? President, Vice President, Senate President, Speaker, Deputy Senate President, Deputy Speaker, SGF, Chief of Staff, even Chairman of Party, none from Southeast. We can't do that. Well, we are involved. I am involved. That cannot happen. So what we need is inclusiveness. We get power, we have inclusiveness, and accommodation for each other, transparency, and then we run the country. To be president of Nigeria requires a lot of energy. Not boxing, no. And intellectual capacity. You need to understand Nigeria itself. So,
you heard the governor of Sokoto State, who also has thrown his hat in the ring on this matter. I allow you to listen to a lot of what he said because I want to get some reaction to the things that he said. Now, on Sunday, we had a guest because due to some technical issues, we could not conclude our conversation with him. is a member of the PDP Board of Trustees, Chief Olabode George. We've brought him back tonight on the program. Thank you so much indeed, Chief Bode George, for allowing to come back on the program tonight. Apologies for the technical issues that we had with you the last time you were here. And open an opportunity also to talk about this issue, because it's now becoming a bigger issue, even more than Sunday when we spoke about this matter. You heard what Aminu Tambuwa said, the governor of Sokoto said. How would you react to that, first and foremost?
Thank you very much, Sheung. You know, listening to Governor Tambuwa, who is my genuine brother, and laying out his proposals and his suggestions and his methodologies of achieving, I think, in a nutshell, he had put the cart before the horse. How do you win an election first, then you come back to zoning? That looks illogical. The founding fathers of this party sat back in 1998, looked back from the first republic, what actually were the mitigating factors for this unnecessary friction in this country. That's how they decided that they divided Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones. Then they looked at the 6 top positions in the land, because in the First Republic, majority, they had their way, minorities were onlookers. In the South, the majorities had their way, the minorities were onlookers. That created so much tension and friction. It led us to the first coup, led us to the civil war, led us to all kinds of instability in the system. So our founding fathers haven't experienced all that. They gave this country a model, a special gift to the future generation. They came up and divided Nigeria into 6 geopolitical zones. Northwest, northeast, north central, southwest, southeast, south. And came up with the 6 top positions in the land. The president, the vice president, the Senate president, speaker, the secretary to government, and the national chairman of the party. You know, the beauty of that is this. You could see the synergy created. The executive, president and vice president, the Senate president and the speaker, that's the legislative arm, and the party. So there was a connection, which is necessary in any political setup. It was on that basis they said, look, no state, no zone will go home without any of these top positions. That guaranteed the oneness, the unity, the involvement of every part of Nigeria. You know, if you now say, yes, let's go to an election, and after that, let the best man come, and after that, we can share it on zonal basis, that's illogical. You see, in South Africa, individuals don't contest. It is the party that is put forward. In South Africa, because of the experience they had during the dark old days, if there is an election in South Africa, like we have all these political parties here, they will put up the parties. People will vote for the parties. And after the elections, they will count the results. Party A will have this, Party B will have that. If it is in the presidential, then they'll ask Party A.
Chief George, if I may quickly cut in.
So it is not like we are doing here.
I'm going to make reference to the incidents of, the event of yesterday and that of today. Incidentally, these are coming from the southern region of the country. The South had their event yesterday in Uyo. The Southwest, you were there at that meeting in Ibadan. So, and it does look to me that the southern region of the country in the party are not shifting grounds. They want the presidential candidate at all costs. And it does go with what the southern governors said last year when they met in Lagos and said, look, the candidate of the parties should be from the south. But some northern leaders have said, you cannot hoodwink or you cannot force the north to agree with you. You have to persuade. We have to be on the same table. How are the southern leaders, especially one that you are a chief, talking to the northern leaders in making them see reason why the slot should go to the south?
You know, that is why, Sheung, this is why I told you that I went historical to tell you and inform you how this came about and what was the major urgency for doing it, to remove the vagaries of the uncertainties, the tribalism. Even if you remember, in those good old days, the First Republic, we had all political parties were completely tribal in outlook. But what we are saying now is simple. The constitution of our party, Section 3, page 5, subsection 3D, states unequivocally that one of the tenets of the constitution of our party, the adherents in our constitution, is that zoning and rotation must be the spinal cord of our party. And you know what that means politically. If your spinal cord in the human body is cut, you are either paralyzed or you are dead. So people who are now saying, no, don't let us do that. Let us try, first of all, anybody can contest from anywhere. You are kicking the can down the road and it will be absolutely combustible.
Apologies again for cutting.
Let us call a spade a spade.
If the slot, the presidential candidate, is not zoned to the south?
No, you know, this is why there is a committee that is being set up by the party. Every state will be represented. There will be very robust discussions on the need, the reason for either zoning it into A or to zone it to the south. And the beauty of it is this: there will be no election. On moral suasion purposes, we will convince ourselves. We will bring out the best of academic discussions, robust discussions, analysis, data, why it should be to the south. And the important thing there is that people are saying the party should be quiet on it. You remember when APC came in 2015? They said, we don't believe in zoning. Today, they have found that it is so cardinal, so important for this nation, because we are still building up this democratic dispensation. We take one step ahead, so many steps behind. It's not working. Let us bring ourselves to that point of that sense of belonging, that sense of wanting to be part of this massive nation. But so, if you don't do that, and you now want to remove the goalpost halfway through the match, you are going to fail. The Southwest also
let me take you to a very
absolutely
strong point of your very strong area, which is engineering. Yeah. You had your background in engineering, and part of that is you do a lot of mathematics, a lot of permutations, a lot of strategy. And as a retired military officer, you understand strategy so much. So now, there are those of the school of thought, like Governor Tambuwal, who believe that you need to win an election first. When you're going to the house of a strong man, you need to understand that how to arrest him first before plundering his house. Now, the question is, the APC had given your party bloody nose twice consecutively. 2015, you were beaten. 2019, the PDP was beaten by the APC. And those who believe that, look, the APC has about 20 governors, and control about 20 states in the federation and hold power at the center, how can your party be able to defeat the APC if you do not put forward a very strong candidate, not minding where that person comes from in the first place?
You see, okay. Now, let me be very clear. As a strategist, are you telling me that all the four corners of this country cannot produce men of high pitch quality in character, in education, in performance? There's no part of this nation that will not be able to present such characters. You see, when you start thinking it should only be here, leave it open, you can't do that now because Nigeria, we are still building up. And you know, you spoke about mathematics. The political equation, what I reduced the whole discussion of our founding fathers to, was a simple straight line equation, y equals mx plus c. Those founding fathers never thought that there will be an occasion that another political party will present a president. Now it has happened. So if we go back to our political equation, y equals mx plus c, there is a new parameter that has been added. And that parameter, our brothers are saying, forget about it, it doesn't belong to our party. It cannot work. President Buhari, is he from Umuahia or is he from Ibadan? No. We must weave it into the consideration. And I am happy because our party has set up a committee. The best of hands, the best of minds will meet. We will debate, we will discuss, and we can resolve this amicably. It's a family meeting. It is not yet a Berlin Wall that, you know, you are down on your trenches here and I'm down on my trenches and we can't crisscross. No. It will also
Chief,
affect
we need to,
the future perception
to
of this country. So we got to be very, very careful.
Before I allow you to go, because I know you have to make a trip, but you just have to create time for this interview. Just in 30 seconds, if you quickly can react to this. Yeah. Several times you've spoken about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who incidentally turned 70 a few days ago, or was it yesterday? And you said sometimes that you will go to Togo. The other time you said you will go to Ghana if he becomes president of Nigeria. The question is, what personal thing do you have against Bola Tinubu that you so much speak about his ambition of wanting to become president of Nigeria? If you can talk with that for me in 30 seconds before our break, I'll be very glad.
Shehu, I have absolutely no personal grudge against him. The grudge I have against him is the plundering of the finances of this state. And I am challenging you and your friends in the media, even including the global world. Which country would have the Internal Revenue Service and will now set up a company solely owned by him and his cronies, collecting the taxations, the taxes of the people on behalf of the Internal Revenue Service? How? This doesn't make any sense. This fellow has plundered and has mismanaged the finances of this state to a stupor that calls attention. When I was saying it many years ago, everybody thought it was political. Somebody, whether Akpapa or Akpata, who was his managing director, came out with a protest, a petition against that. Up till now, nobody has opened it up. And I said, look, if this is what Nigeria wants, look, who is perpetually the Senate representing Lagos? 3 times already. Who is the Oloja of Lagos? So he will be president of Nigeria. His wife will be Senate president of Nigeria. His son will be governor of Lagos. His daughter will be Oloja General of Nigeria. Come on. Come on. He has completely annexed the resources
Chief,
of my state.
We're totally
in definition.
We're totally out of time.
The governance is about.
I know that Bola Tinubu,
let him answer them.
The presidential aspirant should be able to speak to this matter on this kind of issue that you have raised. But
he should come and explain to the public.
Chief
Simple.
Judge, a member of the Board of Trustees of the People's Democratic Party. Thank you so much indeed for staying with us and coming on the program tonight.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.